Hi there and welcome to Healthy Results Tips. My name is richpady. I'm the head coach of Healthy Results Training. For the month of December, we're talking about balance. No, this is not standing on a wobble board or on a balance beam. We're talking about balance through one of the most challenging months of training, through the holiday season. We have parties, we have commitments, and most importantly, we have family. For anyone who does not have a family, a spouse, friends, or any other significant other, you don't need to watch this video. But for the rest of you, I hope these 5 tips really help you not only get through the month with minimal stress, but also create happiness within your life and within your family. So here we go. Let's listen to these 5 tips. Tip number 1, biomechanics and efficiency. Last month I talked about it. It's the most important thing. Focus on what you're doing, not how much you're doing of it. This month, it's December. Focus in on what you need to do to better yourself. It's not more volume. It's not more intensity. It's about doing the 3 sports correctly. Take that time, go back into your training, focus on your swim stroke. Everyone says they're going to do it, but they don't. Do it. Focus on your swim stroke. Focus on your pedal efficiency. Get rid of that dead spot over the top. Get rid of the rockiness in your shoulders. Get rid of the rocking in your hips. Focus on these aspects. On the run, think about getting that forward lean, more knee drive, lighter on the feet, mid-foot stance, using your arms, not having a rock to one side, getting rid of those asymmetries. These are things that will make you a better athlete. Focusing on doing poor technique with lots of volume and intensity will not make you a better triathlete. It's December. We need to cut back down on the volume, focus in on the efficiencies. That will make us the best triathlete. Now there's a great side effect to this. We're going to not need to put in gazillion hours this month. We're going to put in less time. We're going to work on those little things. And you know what that's going to end up? We're going to get better at what we're doing. But we're also going to have more time for those other things that are so important this month, and that is family and friends. So take the time, build your plan with more focus on technique, less focus on volume, decrease your mileage, and I guarantee you'll see better success come the new year. Tip number 2, play with your kids. So many of us think that, we know we need to warm up and cool down after every workout. So that means if you're going for a run, you leave the house, the first 5 to 10 minutes is just jogging along easy, then you pick it up and go into the body of the workout. But hey, here's a little tip where you get to spend more time with your family and less time going out on the road and being away from them. Play hide and seek. Go play tag. Build a fort with them. Play chase around the house or have a dance party. Lose that craziness of, oh, I don't want to do this, I'm in my tights, I'm ready to go for a run. But literally what I do is I will get the kids together, I'll put some music on, we'll all be dancing around, having a good time, and I'll do that in the 10 minutes before I'm about to leave. So I'm having a great time, spending some good time with them. Kids don't stay focused on something more than 10 minutes anyway. So you have a great time doing that. Then you head out, go do your short little run where again, you're working on that efficiency. You're back in time and cool down. One of my favorite things to do when I come back from a run is if the kids are outside playing is, especially in the winter if we get some snow, is building a fort with them. It's great. You're cooling down, get the shovel out, shoveling away. Again, you're loosening up your muscles. You can do some light stretching while you're doing it, and you're outside getting some fresh air with your family. So again, play with your kids. Other things, take core training, for example. Bring the stuff into the living room with the kids and get in there and be creative. Do your core training with your kids. Use your kids as a weight for some fun things. Teach them how to do it. Get them involved. Core training is one of those things that's simple to do. You don't need any fancy techniques. And if you need any tips of how to do that, I've got some great websites that will share with you how to incorporate kids into your workouts. Tip number 3. Cut 10 to 15% off every workout this month. The physiology is clear. We know that adaptation to training happens after roughly 20 minutes of exercise. Your body doesn't really know whether you do a 50-minute run or a 60-minute run. So cut that 10 minutes out. That 10 minutes will go a long, long way if you're back that much earlier, can help out that much more around the house, or get ready to do meet your friends that 10 minutes more earlier in the evening. Those things will all help to creating a greater balance within your life. 10 minutes. It will make a big difference. And I guarantee you, you will not miss out. So once you get over the fact that you're not doing a perfect hour workout, then you will find that you will not see any change in your overall fitness. And I bet you anything, from the overall stress that you have in your life, that will diminish and you'll have a greater training plan. Tip number 4, communication. We know, whether it's family, work, or meeting with friends, that communication goes a really long way. So apply this to your training. Sit down a week in advance with your family or with your spouse or with some friends that you might have to do something with, and tell them about what's going on in training, what you need to do. Talk about what things you need to get in that are really that important to be towards your training. Sitting down, making a plan, but don't make it all about you and all your training. Also, at the same time, sit down and make plans to do with your family, to do especially just with the kids, or to do just with your wife, or to go out and hang out with the friends. Make those plans. Don't always just make it about you and your training. Talking about training, planning around your training, and life revolving around your training will create stress within your family. Create that balance of planning both training and family or friend time at one time. That feels like that you're really trying to make an effort to balance it all, and therefore decreases the stress. Lower stress in your training will create better results. And finally, tip number 5, get perspective on what this hobby is all about. We're not professional triathletes. We're not out there doing 20 to 40 hours of training a week. It's not necessary, especially it's December, okay? Buy into the proper training plan, okay? You need to have a proper build to the summer. So often, and I've talked about this in other tips, so often I talk about the March break world champion. These are the people that are hammering right now. They're going to 3 spin classes a week. They're in their master's swim programs. They're running track with the run group. They are going to be in great shape. They're telling you about their times they're popping off. And you know what? They are going to kick your butt at that training camp in March. They are. They will totally. And I guarantee you, you will be kicking their butt in June and July. It's not about building to this amazing fitness level in March and then continuing on. It doesn't happen. We need to build our bodies. Once we stress our bodies enough, our bodies need to take a break. So the art of training is about having perspective on where you're going with your goals. If your goal is June, July, or August next year, or even further, because races now go into September, October, and November, the goal needs to be about building that stress, so that that maximum stress is about 3 to 5 weeks out from the big race, so that then you can taper yourself down and get that amazing performance. If your big stress is through March and April, I guarantee you your body's going to get overtrained and your body's going to need to take that break. And if you take a break through that May, June time period, it's really going to hurt your training. So be smart. Take tips number 1, 2, 3, and 4 into effect. Apply it to tip number 5, which is getting perspective on where you need to be and where you're going with your training. Do not find yourself doing the same things this month as you plan to be doing in March. So I leave you. Have an absolutely amazing holiday. Spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, and most importantly, enjoy life.